Hey guys, welcome to Nimzy Unmeasured. It is mid-October in New York, so I'm going to do my last big harvest of my summer vegetables before the first frost. So welcome to the garden and let's get started. So first I'm going to start with the sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a vine and they get pretty long. So to harvest, just gonna dig down and see what we get. Sweet potato. Beautiful. Check in the dirt. Sometimes they hide. Okay. Well, these guys are all babies. Oh, poor thing. Now, when you harvest sweet potatoes, a lot of times people think that, oh, fresh from the garden is the best way to have your vegetables, but with potatoes, particularly sweet potatoes, it's best to let them cure for a few weeks, and that will really develop the flavor of the sweet potato. So when you first have it, it's really starchy and it is sweet, but not as sweet. If you let them cure a little bit, they become sweeter and their flavor becomes more robust. Okay, so these are the sweet potatoes that I just harvested. It's not a lot, but check out all the vines here. All of these vines I pulled out because sweet potato grows only in hot weather. So every year you have to replant, and it takes about 90 days for them to start making potatoes to harvest. So it's a lot of work for a little bit of yield, but if you're into growing your own potatoes, it's worth it. This guy is, these guys are potatoes, regular potatoes, not sweet potatoes. And I'm gonna harvest them. This is my second round of potatoes. So they didn't get to stay in the dirt as long. Typically you harvest potatoes when the foliage starts to die off and it becomes yellow, and you'll see that the potato plant makes a flower and provides a little fruit that looks exactly like a tomato, except they're poisonous. So these guys could really stay in the dirt a little bit longer, but I'm gonna harvest them now because it's getting cold in New York, and I'm not really gonna be out here harvesting stuff every day, so I'm just gonna take them out now. So here we have a potato. You can see when you first harvest the potatoes, the skin is very delicate, like a baby skin. And these should cure also if you want to toughen up the skin, or you could cook them right away, and they're very nice and delicate. Here's a baby one right here. Look at these beautiful golden Yukon potatoes. I like to save these little babies and cook them. It's like a perfect little potato. Oops. And when you plant potatoes, here's some red ones. Beautiful. I love the color. It's so pleasing to the eyes. When I dig up my potatoes, I don't like to dig with a spear or with a shovel at first because you could damage the potatoes. So I like to take my time and pull them up slowly. Here we have some purple potatoes. And just be delicate with them because the skin is very tender. Purple potato. So now we got literally red, orange, yellow, and purple potatoes. Absolutely beautiful. This is the stuff that makes you proud as a gardener. So after you pull out all the plants, you want to delicately go through the soil and make sure nothing is left. See? Oftentimes, a few potatoes get left behind. Oh, what is this? Oh, wow. I'm gonna harvest these and I think I'm gonna plant the big guy back. I'm not sure if this is a potato or if I planted. I think this is a potato that I planted that actually produced more potatoes. So I'm gonna leave him and I'm gonna plant him back. Check this out. I'm gonna plant this guy back after I check all of this dirt. Okay, I think that's it. I don't feel any more potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna plant this potato back. What I did was I just dug a deep hole in my huge pot here, and I'm just gonna put this potato in with the growth facing upwards, and I'm gonna cover it lightly. Now, as the potato starts growing, the shoots will come up, and then I'm gonna take this dirt and I'm gonna put it back over the potatoes. And every time new shoots come up, I'm gonna cover it with dirt until the shoots are about up here, and then the magic will happen. All right. So I washed my potatoes and I'm going to let them dry and cure. Typically when you're curing potatoes, you don't need to wash them. You can just brush them lightly to get off the extra soil and clay. And you want to store them in a cool, dry place for about 10 days. The sweet potatoes, I like to let them cure a little bit longer. And those guys can cure for like 3 to 6 weeks so they could develop their flavor. But particularly with the potatoes, the new potatoes, the skin is very delicate, and that's why you're curing them, so that this skin toughens up and they last longer.